Earlier this summer, NBA champion Dwight Howard was sued by a man for allegedly assaulting him for refusing to join the basketball star in a male threesome. The alleged victim, Stephen Harper, shared damning text messages where Howard allegedly tried to coerce him into a male sex session after Howard brought up the topic on Instagram. Howard did offer a disclaimer in the message, allegedly telling Harper, quote, "Now I want you to know I'm not like gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes. I don't want to offend you." Things went downhill for Harper when Howard allegedly invited him to his Atlanta area estate to hang out. As a man dressed as a woman named Kitty rode up to the scene and immediately popped in a flick. Kitty allegedly began sexually serving Howard, who then began touching Harper. The man claims he stated, quote, "no," which infuriated Howard. Harper then stated Howard forced him to perform an act on him. He stated he tried to call an Uber after the incident, but Howard made Kitty take him home. Howard has been real quiet about the situation until this week when court documents obtained by Radar Online had him admitting that he met with his accuser, Stephen Harper, on social media back in May of 2021. In his response, Howard denied that Harper was surprised by Kitty. He stated that the plaintiff was aware that Kitty would be arriving at the home prior to plaintiff even arriving at the defendant's home. Howard admitted that Kitty was a man dressed as a woman. In addition, Howard admitted that he touched Kitty and Harper, but stated it was all consensual activity. Quote, "The three agreed to touch one another and to engage in consensual activities." Howard has denied sexually going after Harper or forcing him to do any sexual acts and is now demanding the entire lawsuit be thrown out of court. The lawsuit accuses Howard of assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment. In the original complaint filed in July, Harper's lawyer stated that he and Howard first began corresponding over direct messages on Instagram in May of 2021, with Harper initiating the exchange. One of Howard's attorneys, Justin Bailey, stated, quote, "What was a private consensual encounter was made public for profit, and Mr. Howard looks forward to bringing the truth to light in the court of law. The allegations against Mr. Howard are contested. Mr. Howard intends to present the truth. The truth is Mr. Howard blocked Mr. Harper on social media and then was confronted with two options: pay to protect his reputation or have a fabricated story made public. Despite being an easy target due to the subject matter and his status as a celebrity, Mr. Howard chose to trust in the justice system and will rely on all future court filings to speak for themselves." Harper went to police a year later, according to a July 2022 incident report from the Gwinnett County Police Department, and no charges were filed at that time. Mr. Howard's lawyer stated this, quote, "This report was made following Mr. Harper being blocked on social media and after the first demand for payment was rejected." I'm going to state this. I 100% realistically don't care what it is that Dwight Howard or what any other guy does in the privacy of their home in their bedroom. The only time that things happen to come up and people seem to care, as is this story that I'm doing right now, is when it's brought to the light. And again, I just want to reiterate, Dwight Howard did not bring this up. He more than likely been doing this for quite some time or what have you, but this is what he decides to sit up there and do, and that is his business. What wasn't the thing that should have taken place was the fact that somebody of the community decided that they wanted to try to forcefully out Dwight Howard in a way. And I've talked about this before. Nobody seemingly wants to highlight the fact that 9 times out of 10, you will have people that are within said community deciding that they want to specifically out another person for whatever fame, likes, clicks, notoriety in order to grow their social standing. But yet, this is the same thing that is, in a sense, condemned at the same time. They always state that, hey, if somebody is doing whatever they're doing, allow that person to basically find themselves, figure it out, and allow them to move how it is that they want to move. Right? Again, but nobody wants to highlight that. Nobody wants to talk about that. This is the umpteenth story that something like this has transpired from specifically a person of the community doing this, right? And the other thing as well is the fact that you have the person getting blocked directly on social media. The first time after the alleged incident took place, they decided to go directly to the police department some time later, and they wanted to, just go there. Didn't file a report. That's a little bit interesting because you said that something happened, you said that something occurred, and yet you decided that you didn't want to file a report. Again, that seems a little bit suspicious to me. Nobody just goes directly to the police department and be like, all right, I'm here to basically file a report, and then you leave and never file any type of report. What was the point of you even going to the police at the first place? Nobody there. It's not like you're dealing with like a mob boss or a drug lord or whatever it was. You're not dealing with none of that. You're dealing with a celebrity. You're dealing with a basketball star. That's what you're dealing with, right? But yet you said all of this happened and yada yada yada, and you feel this type of way, and you're going to file a lawsuit, but yet you did not want to file a police report within the same year of this event basically taking place. And then on top of that, later on, you want to come out and bring all of these things out when Dwight Howard blocked you on social media. So you had your chance, in a sense, to live a good life or to be around certain things, and you opted to ruin that for yourself because I guess you felt that you could potentially get more money through way of a lawsuit. And this is when a lot of people just so happen to state that when it comes to America, you have a lot of people out here that don't want to work for a living. You have a lot of people that don't want to go out there and try. They don't want to go out there and fail. They just want instant success. They want instant fame. They want instant glory. They want instant recognition. They want all of that instantly instead of actually having to, work for it, spend some time, learn something, actually earn it. That's how I'm looking at all of these situations. Again, I don't care what it is that Dwight Howard does. I don't care. I really don't. The only reason that this is a story was because somebody decided to bring this up for monetary reasons. And that's it. Because there's more than likely other instances that Dwight Howard has more than likely talked to some people and nobody has said anything. There's a lot of celebrities that talk to people every single day, but don't nobody know it because people know how to keep their mouth shut. They're not going to sit up there and quote unquote mess up a good thing. Right? They want to see how far this could potentially go or what trips or whatever it is that they could, potentially get out of being around the celebrity or potentially what doors may open for them. Right? But yet, this person did not, think a long game. They were just thinking short term. So they're like, yeah, Dwight Howard is rich, got money. People don't know specifically what it is that he likes to do. I'm going to out him and I'm going to sit up there and say this, that, and the third. He shouldn't have curbed me. He shouldn't have blocked me. So it's a lawsuit and you're going to have to pay me. And now you got to deal with the repercussions of people knowing what it is that you like to sit up there and do. Right? That's all it is. That's all it is. At the end of the day, you got somebody that got their feelings hurt because they got curbed because of the whole situation that was in a sense going on. And here we are. Yep. Yep. Well, like I said, the main thing that's going to take place is that Dwight Howard is going to still be Dwight Howard. He's still going to have a career. He's still going to be listed for whatever accolades that he got. And this person is possibly, maybe, sort of, kind of, might get a little bit of money directly out of this. But at the end of the day, that person is going to go broke. Right? Because the same way that you got your money is the same way that money is going to sit up there and leave. So again, for a lot of people out there, if you don't happen to make your money honestly, that money is going to leave the exact same way. So chances are very great that this person is not being 100% honest about everything that took place. So that money is going to leave that exact same way. And you know what inevitably happens when that money runs out? They go for a second, third, and fourth lawsuit. And depending on how long that this person stays alive, they'll probably in the future try to sue the estate of Dwight Howard, right? In their old age, they'll try to sue the estate of Dwight Howard. Look at what Michael Jackson still has to go through. After this man is gone, all of these people want to come all the way back out of the woodworks, and now they want to start this whole thing back up again because that money ran out, because of that fame ran out, that recognition ran out. Nobody was interested in a supposed story that they've been telling 99 different times to everybody else over these years. The same tired story, nothing new, the exact same thing. It's going to be the exact same thing. This is what happens when you have people out here that are greedy. This is what happens when you have people out here that are specifically solely for themselves. They don't care what ruin that they specifically bring. They're going to ruin just so that they can be the ones at the top of the pile of ashes to profit and say that I did it. Look at me.